Welcome to the world of unstoppable shredders, where trees are torn apart in seconds by monstrous forestry machines. From trunks to twigs, nothing survives the jaws of these brutal chippers. Subscribe now for raw power in action. Welcome to Woodpath channel. The wood chipper is hard at work beside a workshop, creating a vivid industrial scene. Massive logs are fed in one after another, without pause. The grinder operates with relentless force, powerfully drawing each log inward and shredding it to pieces in seconds. The roar of metal combines with the crunching of wood, producing a deep, commanding sound. The shredded wood chips are ejected through the discharge chute with tremendous pressure, shooting high into the air in a soaring spray before cascading down like a gentle wooden rain. Fine wood dust lingers in the air, catching the sunlight and forming a soft, glowing haze around the work area. Watch the Jansen GTS 1500E in action, a compact powerhouse built to handle tough yard work. Equipped with a 15 horsepower engine, this self-feeding wood chipper easily processes branches up to 10 centimeters thick. Its wide hopper and sharp twin blades turn garden waste into clean, uniform wood chips in seconds. Whether you're cleaning up after a storm, pruning trees, or managing a small farm, the GTS 1500E delivers power, speed, and reliability in one compact machine. Petzolato PTH 1400 to 1000 wood chipper, powered by a robust Caterpillar C2 engine, looms like a massive steel beast awakened in the heart of the timber yard. A huge log is slowly fed into its jaws, and the machine begins to devour it with deliberate precision, as if savoring every fiber of the wood in its own mechanical way. The grinding drum spins steadily, while the internal blades tear through thick timber with terrifying force. Each pull of the log is accompanied by a deep, rumbling growl that shakes the ground. Instantly, thousands of wood chips are launched from the discharge chute, building up into a gigantic mountain of shredded wood behind the machine. striking red appearance, is in full operation, looking every bit like a beast built to devour you. Its round, serrated iron gears spin rapidly, gripping each log and dragging it into the heart of the chipper. As soon as a log touches the machine's mouth, industrial blades tear it apart into countless fine chips. Some logs are so massive that they must first be split in half by a log splitter before being fed into this red monster. Each time a log disappears into the machine, a violent burst of wood chips erupts from the discharge chute, showering the ground like a wooden snowfall. The scene is both brutal and precise, a true display of the raw, uncompromising power of Eschelbach BBR 60 in the world of advanced wood processing. This is Bandit, a name trusted in the world of wood chippers. Watch as the machine springs into action, grinding massive logs, branches, and stumps into fine wood chips within seconds. With its powerful engine and aggressive feed system, Bandit tackles even the toughest wood with ease. Built for performance, durability, and speed, this machine is the perfect choice for land clearing, forestry, and biomass processing. When power meets precision, that's Bandit in action. Eschelbach B-Bear 110, a powerful wood chipper in action, grabbing and feeding large tree trunks into its body. Several people are filming and photographing the machine as if it were a newly invented device. At a large timber stockyard, the CBI Magnum Force 8400 de Bear is operating at full throttle. A heavy-duty log loader works non-stop, continuously feeding massive logs into the grinder. As each log enters the machine, the internal grinding system shreds it into fine wood chips with relentless force. The wood chips are then powerfully ejected from the discharge chute, forming a continuous stream that piles up into a long ridge, like a mountain range made entirely of wood chips. The roaring sound of the machine, the rhythmic motion of the equipment, and the striking sight of the flowing chip stream create a dramatic industrial scene set against a raw, natural backdrop. Amid the roar of engines and swirling of dust, the loader and chipper work together in perfect harmony, like partners that have operated side by side for years. As the grapple releases the log, the chipper immediately grabs hold, its sharp blades spinning, shredding the timber into small, manageable chips. Watching an industrial beast devour forest. The operator takes just seconds to grab a log, and the chipper takes less than a minute to turn it into hundreds of wood fragments. Efficient, clean, and not a single piece goes to waste. Whether under scorching sun or in muddy, slippery terrain, the operator remains calm and focused, steadily feeding each log into the machine. Storm-felled trees are sustainably harvested timber. Everything is neatly processed by the chipper's relentless blades. The man carefully feeds each log into the wood chipper. Around him, the landscape is covered in a blanket of white snow, creating a peaceful yet lively atmosphere. The large machine operates steadily, the engine's roar blending with the crunching sound of wood being shredded. Despite the freezing weather, both the man and the machine work diligently, a testament to perseverance and enduring strength amid the harshness of nature. Amid a sea of white snow, where the forest stands frozen in sub-zero silence, the Jin's Hem 922 emerges, a steel-clad beast growling through the frost. The moment the log touches the chipping rotor, the machine screams, growling RRT, a brutal sound that cuts through the frozen air like thunder in a blizzard. Blades spin in a violent frenzy, hurling splinters and chips into the storm. Wood dust mixes with the flying snow, forming a swirling white cyclone, half ice, half shredded timber. The Jin's chipper devours the frozen log with icy precision, cold and merciless, a creature born of steel and winter. Each rotation, each savage cut, is a breath in the lungs of a machine undeterred by weather, working relentlessly in the heart of the snow-covered wild, not yielding to nature, but mastering it. Watch as this powerful wood chipper goes to work on a thick pine tree. Its heavy-duty blades slice through the trunk and branches with ease, reducing the entire tree into fine, clean wood chips in just seconds. Pine wood, with its resin and dense grain, can be tough, but this machine handles it without breaking a sweat. Fast, efficient, and built for the job. This is how forestry cleanup gets done right. Mounted on a powerful Volvo truck chassis, the ChipMax 484 VR appears like a mobile wood processing station, ready to take on any challenge. With a compact design yet outstanding capacity, this machine can be transported to any logging site, from the forest edge to central wood yards. A dedicated loader gently lifts each log and places it into the feed chute. The moment contact is made, ChipMax's hydraulic feed system kicks in, pulling the timber deep inside. Reinforced steel blades spin at high speed, shredding the wood into uniform chips with remarkable precision. Whether it's branches, logging residue, or full logs, everything is processed cleanly and efficiently. The resulting wood chips are directly discharged into a storage truck or designated pile, optimizing transport efficiency and minimizing labor needs. The ChipMax 484 VR is more than just a chipper. It's a flexible mobile solution, bringing wood processing technology directly to the source, saving both time and operating costs for the modern forestry industry. Before us stands a stubborn tree stump, the last remnant of what was once a towering tree. Clearing it calls for the power of a modern stump grinding and shredding machine. The engine roars to life, and the cutting head spins at incredible speed. Steel teeth gleam, ready to tear through solid wood. Under the precise control of the operator, the machine edges closer to its target. As steel meets wood, a deep grinding sound fills the air, and a flurry of wood chips flies in all directions. Thick layers of stump are shredded in moments, transformed into fine mulch. In just a few minutes, the once immovable stump is reduced to useful material, leaving the ground clear and ready for new beginnings. A heavy-duty excavator moves into position, its hydraulic stump shear jaws wide open. With precision, it grips the thick base of the tree stump. The steel blades crunch down, cracking through roots and earth. In one powerful motion, the stump is torn from the ground, roots dangling, soil flying. Its raw strength, engineered to tame the wild. In front of the porch, an old tree stump stood alone, an obstacle that ruined the airy, clean look of the garden. The tree stump grinder was ready to take on the challenge. The engine roared like thunder, pumping power into the steel machine. The cutting wheel spun rapidly, its sharp teeth glinting in the sunlight. under the skillful control of the worker. As the steel touched the wood, each piece of wood flew into the air. Layer after layer of wood was eroded. The tree stump gradually sank into the ground. In no time, the once bulky block of wood had completely disappeared, leaving behind a flat, neat surface. As the machine kept turning, bits of root snapped like dry twigs. You could see clumps of earth clinging on, almost like they didn't want to let go. But the machine was relentless, steady, powerful, and precise. After a few more twists and a loud creak, the stump finally gave in. It popped out of the ground with a thud, leaving behind a gaping hole and a cloud of dust hanging in the air. One moment it was stubborn and stuck, the next gone. Just like that. Another small victory for man versus nature, with a little help from hydraulics. In the heart of a dense forest, a powerful bulldozer roars to life. With steady force, it pushes through the undergrowth, toppling trees effortlessly. Nature trembles as the machine paves the way, leaving a trail of transformation behind. A massive tree stands firm, but not for long. The powerful claw machine clamps down, gripping the trunk like a predator. With one powerful lift, it rips the tree from the earth, roots and all. Efficiency meets raw strength in this breathtaking display of modern machinery. With precision and power, the stump grinder tears into the old tree base. Its spinning disc shreds through layers of wood, turning a once solid stump into dust and mulch. Efficient, relentless, the land is cleared, ready for a new purpose. The excavator lunges forward, its metal claw digging deep beneath the stubborn tree stump. With a sharp pull, it tears through roots and soil alike. The ground shakes, raw power in motion as the machine claims its prize. Along the gentle hillside by the river, ancient tree stumps cling stubbornly to the earth, like weathered hands gripping the rocky soil. Removing them is no small feat. The stump twisting machine rumbles into place, its sturdy frame and powerful steel arm ready for action. The massive auger head begins to spin, its steel tips burrowing deep into the hardened ground. In front of the house stands a stubborn tree stump, an obstacle to a clean and open yard. The SP-6016 stump grinder is ready for the task. With a deep growl, its engine roars to life. The powerful cutting wheel spins at high speed, its sharp teeth gleaming in the sunlight. Guided with precision by the operator, the SP-6016 advances toward the stump. As metal meets wood, a flurry of wood chips fills the air. Layer by layer, the stump is ground down beneath the surface. Within moments, the once imposing stump is gone, leaving behind a smooth, clear space. The SP-6016 has done its job, efficiently, powerfully, and cleanly. A heavy-duty excavator grips a thick tree trunk, shaking the ground as it pulls with raw power. The machine twists and lifts, uprooting the entire stump in one smooth, commanding motion. It's a dramatic display of strength and precision, turning a forest obstacle into a clear path. The Galatrax 600 forestry mulcher powers through the toughest tree stumps with ease. Its industrial-grade cutting head shreds the wood into fine sawdust in just seconds. Designed for land clearing and reforestation work, this machine turns stubborn roots and trunks into mulch, helping prepare the land for new growth.